And now for Gale Darkwing's deck profile. I will not be calling him by his nickname, but because when you call him cheesy nicknames, you're lame and cringe, but when I do it, I'm based and cool. Where'd my audience go? Come back! No! Would it be better if I played Fortnite while talking about drama?
In the Dragonverse channel.
Anyway.
If you guys don't know me, my name is Alan.
Good to see you, Alan.
Video, of course.
Can't wait for Abyss Episode 1 when it comes out.
Abyss. Some of you already probably know me, even if you watched the previous video, but if you don't, it'd be nice to meet you. Today,
nice introduction.
Did,
I still need to finish out this GX Minecraft stuff. I'll get to it at some point. I don't want to run out of Alan's up at the same time.
All this stuff. And then now we go a few years later, right? Much back in 2019, where they spotted a champion that they wanted to recruit to their leagues, and that champion is Gale Darkwing.
Unfortunately, they killed him instead.
A suggestion from Spooky Electronics, actually,
or at least recruited him.
Thank you, Spooks. Fire King. It was a deck that I already seen a friend of mine actually play it more.
Tri-Brigade Fire King is a surprisingly decent deck. Fire King goes well with a lot of things, to be fair, though. We get better for being destroyed. You don't say. Prologue 2. Technically, Prologue is still episode 0.
The decks get each other, right? Like Tri-Brigade can get...
So, technically speaking, Alan could hypothetically make 1 million Prologue episodes, and they're all episode 0 from a certain point of view.
So stuff like, where is he?
Although at that point, isn't that just the main series?
Can destroy the kit from the deck, which kit sends Nerval and then adds either Fractal or Karis to your hand, and then that's where you have your...
I prefer Fire King Yubel, but that's just me. I don't play Yubel pure. I like blowing her up that way. Plus, this way I can have monsters with actual attack points on the field.
To have, just to refresh you all, Tri-type, when I say Tri-type, I'm meaning about Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast. Monsters that have these types are fairly important for this deck. Let's go quickly with the card by card, and then I'll explain a bit of the stuff. So, first we go with these, I guess I'll just talk with these first. Agnimo Candle is just a tuner that you can summon
cute name
when you search it with Bonfire. That was a way just to make Crimson Blader. That was a spooky suggestion.
It sounds like a spooky suggestion because it's just so. What the frig are you thinking?
Alpha, the Master of Beasts. That's a tri-type.
I mean that as a compliment.
It just summons itself, then bounce back.
Alpha. It's something to be afraid of, to be sure.
Like I said, it's a
He just comes on the field, it's like, oh crap.
Banishment, or even discard, like with Karis, which is very nice. Also appeared in the episode, to keep that in mind.
Yep.
Fire King Avatar Arvata, very nice monster as well. Like, you can set up this, which means you all have a monster negate, and that can pop and can spiral into other stuff.
Hey Alan, if you wanted to be true to episode 2, why don't you have the actual lip syncing and your hair flapping in the... Oh, wait, you wanted the episode to come out in this century. I'm sorry. My mistake.
Fire King Avatar Barong. So, Barong is...
decent.
Just another combo piece you can get, like...
Yeah, he's a combo piece. He's got good stats, though. 1800. That's pretty good.
And then at the standby phase, you can search. Sometimes you don't need it, but it's cool for this deck. Like, there's lines that you're gonna...
I like how they have, like, 2 versions of the Deftest style. Like, the Deftest style randomly decided, let's be a virtual archetype. But Fire King's being like, never actually gonna be what Nephthys was. I guess it's just like you can go 2 ways with the Nephthys style. Like, you go... I don't know why Nephthys went ritual. That was one of the most... What? Sort of things. I mean, it had nothing to... I mean, all it had to go off was the hand of Nephthys, which technically special attributes to Nephthys from the deck. Which is kind of like ritually, but it's also like, where did you get this implication from? It was an inspiration thing.
Technically set it up with something else, and they have like a spawn trap and again something else to do. It's pretty cool.
It's neat. I just think they're neat.
I'll admit when stuff is filler when it isn't. I guess it could do some stuff, but it was never.
Why would you?
Just straight up play this card, honestly. I just had the space and I just slapped them in. This is another starter, right? So it's Fire King Courtier Oconix.
The unofficial Harpy Lady, as I call her.
Garunix, which is huge. Like, it means you can get into Tri-Brigades, like I mentioned, and you can get into Fire Kings even further. It has even some combos where you can use your Oconix mid-combo.
I'm convinced this is the OCG artwork because there's no way the TCG let this fly.
We can pop Oconics.
These are people who are so OCD about those censors, they will increase some woman's skirt an extra half an inch. Because, you know, that's the difference between gooning and civility.
You know, it's very nice. It's a starter and it does have some combo shenanigans.
Censors are dumb sometimes.
So just so you know. Tree Kieran, I just love this card. This card is so good. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck.
It is pretty good, yeah.
You play on the opponent's turn very well because like you can pop any fire, summon itself, and then you happen to have also Garunix, like this guy specifically. You can just pop something on the opponent's turn. It works as a sort of a hand trap, which I think it's very nice. I just love this design, honestly. So I hope Konami does it more.
Solid.
It's solid. Legendary Fire King Ponix is also another starter of the deck.
And a bonfire target.
In rotation. And it also is the card that allows this little also link as well
combo
between Tri Brigade and Fire King, because it's a level 1, so it's very easy to search via Tri Brigades. And like I said, the Fire King engine already naturally gets into the Tri Brigade engine. So very cool. And also
imagine if Tri Brigades had their own misc.
We're gonna go
just discard so they get immediately bash and special summon. I mean, they kind of already do that to an extent, but I guess it would be more miscs.
Like, of course, you can get the standard Sanctuary into Island, right? Or
I like how they basically got 2 islands. Salamon Grades couldn't get that with their support, but then again, we had Bailings already. I guess we're separating the Fire Kings from the Tri Brigades.
Skyburn. Skyburn is a pop, right? Like, if you already have everything, you can just search this as an extra interaction.
I'm just gonna burn the sky if that's alright with you. It's not too bad, I'm doing it anyway.
And also, it has also a protection effect.
We know it was us that scorched the sky.
Artifact, you can just banish this card instead, which is decent.
Every time I just see Skybird, I just imagine the frickin' High Phoenix, Screwdix, whatever the frig, setting fire to the sky itself. Oranos would not be happy.
It's cool. Like, you can just summon a guy from the deck for free, and bam, do things. There's also this that you can technically search as well.
That looks like a win more card, but I do like the art, so I'll allow it.
It's just filler as well, I'll admit.
Filler in a 60-card deck.
That's one of the best cards in the deck. You just don't play multiples because it doesn't do anything on its
own. But hey, 59-card deck doesn't sound the same.
It's strategy. It's like the heart and soul of your grind, the heart and soul of your combos. Like, this card is just nuts. And you already have so many ways into it, so it's not like you're missing out on playing less copies, you know? Like, you might as well be playing, like, 9, 10, 13... Like, even counting the Tri Brigades to a degree, like, you have a lot
Tri Brigades are ridiculously good.
But that do more stuff. Now, going here real quick with
the Alba's lore just has so many good archetypes in them. Yeah, you got some clunkers like Spriggans. I'm sorry, they may be your favorite archetype, but they're not the best, let's be real. And a couple others that don't come to mind immediately, but there are so many bangers in the Alba's lore.
And they kind of search each other. Like, that's something I really like. So you have like 3 Fractal, very important card. You have also 3 Tankies to get into Fractal. You have 1 Kara's. You only need 1. You don't need multiples. 3 Kit is also very nice because there's
her fan art. I mean, her ability.
She's a fire monster. She's just nice to draw, and it's nerfable to 2 because
I bet she is.
This is filler. Not much to say about it. It's a E-tally of some sort that locks you into links, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So it's a worse E-tally, because E-tally lets you do whatever you want, as long as you banish a second monster at the end of the turn. But guess what? It's not being on the field for more than 5 minutes.
Standoff, also another filler card. Like, it locks you as well into tri-types. The lock on this one's a bit lower, but it's just a filler card, honestly. Rendezvous is also filler, but it's a filler. I think it's interesting. It gives monsters that are linked 700 attack, which is very nice. Like, it could be an interesting battle trick, and also has protection. So again, it's just okay. Tri-Brigade Showdown is just another filler as well, but it has some other applications, right? Like, it recycles your Tri-Brigades back. And also, if your Trap Brigade battles a monster, you just bounce them, which is very cool. Also, filler. We don't play this. I don't usually like this card as well, but hey, we're playing it too.
We're playing for this is a fan show the other day. It's for fun, all fun and games. Show off the cards that don't get shown off often.
Like send a spell and negate a monster effect, and you have quite plenty of spells like Red Rendezvous. That's like the strongest.
It's always fun to show off cards that don't really get their time to shine, like ever, even the best decks.
You can also send monsters and chain them to 0, so it's technically a battle trick as well.
Which is weird because Konami usually puts their best artwork and some of the worst cards I've ever seen. And then for some of the best cards I've ever seen, it's like, that'll do. Which is, it will do. There's not like an error in the artwork or something like that usually, but it's just like that was it.
This card's also filler. Some people used to play this in the past. I just don't think it's that good.
Nah.
But yeah. Triple Tenki.
It's alright.
Said search fracture. Simple as that.
Tenki is every Beast Warrior deck's best friend.
Now
I don't care what Beast Warrior deck you're playing. If you're playing a Beast Warrior deck, you're playing Tenki. That is a rule. And it's not for the 100 attack point boost. I guarantee you that for a fact. That 100 attack point boost might as well not be on the card text. Might help you in one or two situations. It ain't for the reason. You can remove the 100 attack point boost from the card text and no one would notice a difference.
I learned this a lot because in more competitive games, sometimes just normal summoning out Onyx and attacking into a monster could lead into like a bunch of stuff happening during the damage step. Which
oh really?
It's off limits of negation or interaction.
Yeah, damage step. There's a lot of cards that be like, do this except during the damage step.
Like it would just put a lot of pressure, and then suddenly I would have like a bunch of monsters that Ryzen would have to deal with out of just one.
I saw them on Great Zebroid X. If your Link monster is destroyed via card effect and not during, if your if your Link monster is destroyed, you do the opponent's card, except during the damage step. Oh, so except by battle, you might as well just said that.
Into stuff like Onyx, for example, and then Onyx on summon, since it's still like in the, I'm not gonna remember exactly like the damage stuff. I'm not too good with the stats.
Yeah, that's that whole thing's kind of screwy. I think it was pointed out that there's like 13 steps or 11 steps in the damage step itself. There are more phases in the damage step than the actual proper game, like main phase, standby phase, all that extra stuff.
Almost nothing that's gonna interact with it except like stuff that negates activation. So
the damage step is such a why is this a thing?
And then we can go like the Runic summon pop and then do even more stuff like. And Onyx popping, attacking into it to summon something else. You can do so much stuff. And I like this gimmick for this deck, so we're playing the UFO Church to just facilitate that. Consistency card, Pot of Prosperity. Like I said in the Epsilon video, this card is just the most versatile card in Yu-Gi-Oh history, and you should be playing it. Damage Condenser and Damage Diet are also cards. Like,
those are two cards that should not be played together because damage could unless you're about to die. It's like I'm gonna have the damage I take, and then special summon a monster from the deck equal to the amount of damage I took.
When you take battle damage, you discard one and you summon.
Then again, the Fire Kings, like the main deck ones, aren't really beat sticks, but still.
You can summon Onyx, you can summon UFO Turtle, and
it has its uses such like if you're literally about to die, you don't save you in a pitch. Just one of those where it's like what?
Shit ton of damage. So stuff like
you want to make sure your monster's destroyed, but also reduce the damage. So Wabaku ain't a go place because that'll save your monster.
We can attack and stuff.
Wabaku's a glad beast situation.
Right. We can also even crash into bigger monsters with this, especially with impenetrable attack as well, which means you take no battle damage. You can also use the effect.
That's a better situational card in this regard. Take out the diet.
You're just gonna use
but whatever, it's a fan show. Gotta keep the stakes up. Can't exactly be like, I won, smoke cloud appearance, I only took half the damage situations if we're just negating damage all the time. I love how this card just has Blackluster Soldier's Shield and refuses to elaborate. Where did you get that? Shut up. It'd be like it's a random no-name in the Zelda series had the Hylian Shield. It's like, where did you get that? Well, okay, a Hylian Shield that wasn't like a Hildian, is that pronounced? It's like if a Goron had the Hylian Shield. It's like, what are you doing with that? Did you steal that?
But I don't include them in here because this deck is for a more casual group right? Like in which we avoid using those hand traps. But that doesn't mean I won't be considering using those cards for scripting. For example, Ash Blossom, because it's a fire monster that also is a hand trap, could be very useful for
extremely. Calling Ash Blossom a very useful card is still an understatement.
Very nice. And the
Melcummies.
But at the same time, the messiah of this game, Charmy.
Hey guys, Max C is too broken. It can't possibly come back. Anyway, print the Charmies right away, which are Diet Max C.
And Garuda is another option for one of the monsters.
Just watching a duel summon recently between two friends of mine. Turn 1. Dude starts his combo. The opponent activates Charmy. Surrender button hit. He claims it was an accident, and I can absolutely believe that theory, but I can also believe that it wasn't.
So Crimson Blader, also suggestion from Spooky.
Yeah, the excuse has ground, but not a lot.
In the episode, so it's here. Yeah, not much to say about it, honestly.
Crimson Blader, because we all love Talon Elkman. It's so much gold. There's so much fire. It's so much visual.
Which just nukes the board of monsters when it's XZ summon.
I noticed you had a board there. Be ashamed if I nuked the field.
Effect as well, which is nice. And when it's destroyed, it floats into a number of Fire King monsters from the grave equal to the materials it has. So
I nuke everything and then basically bring things back.
Summoning 2 guys back. It's very nice. You can
I remember when Black Rose Dragon was put in decks just in case, and this thing's like, yeah, I'm Black Rose, but better.
Double Dragon Lords, it's an option. You can cheat out with the Tri-Brigades. It's an interaction. I like this card. This card is very nice.
Yeah, I like the Ancient Warrior archetype. That's a bit of a guilty pleasure archetype for me. It's not the best, not by a long shot, but they can surprise you. This card art was ruined to me forever because someone pointed out it looked like Shantae giving head to a freaking cat, and I can't unsee it. And I've ruined the archetype for you as well. This card is terrible, but it's... Yeah, it has its uses, I guess, but it's just a bad card in my opinion. But it's got neat art, I'll give it that. The best hand support.
If your deck is a fire-focused deck, you're definitely going to make this card. This card is just too good.
Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames, great card. Love that thing in salads. Unfortunately, it locks me into salads, and I play some non-salad cards. It's like, I want to go into it, you gotta link me off first, but I want to keep you and have the Dark Monster on field. Too bad. Aww.
Just for the sake of having an extra deck monster on the field.
Yeah, Al Mirage. Quick, where's the secure guard? No.
Kid or Nerval, and then you can like search Tri-Brigade, because Kid can send Nerval to search, and if you just get Nerval, you just...
Yeah, a lot of the Tri-Brigades don't have more than 1,000 attack points anyway, so go for it.
Another one is also interesting is Scareclaw Lightheart.
I still don't know why they have a random chibi.
Can be cheated out by the Tri-Brigades because it's a Beast Warrior.
That one when it was revealed was just like a, what? You're going to go for all serious and edgy and all that jazz, and then just have a random chibi monster, like, eh? I don't get the lore.
But in this game,
I don't really care.
Actually make this guy sometimes. Very sometimes, because it needs...
Yeah, very sometimes. Tri-Brigade's got a Link 5. A Link 5. That's how devastating they were. And the Link 5 sees, like, no play.
It feels kind of pointless. But
yeah, it is one of those where it's like, but why, though?
That's how you search your Revolt. You can search other stuff if you already have Revolt.
I don't see this thing very often.
That's usually going to search Revolt.
Of course, I just go to the freaking Link 4 like most people. This thing I see more because there's a girl in the artwork, so it automatically sees more play. That's a fact.
And some other stuff. It can also unclog some hands.
All I'm not saying Sky Strikers are a bad archetype. I'm just saying if Ray was a guy, he would see less play.
There's a link tree, like probably one of the best non-commitment link trees you can make for this deck. Because you can simply just summon this. If it sticks on the field, it could be an interaction if you have a Chureg on the field. But also it's follow-up, so I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good for what it's worth.
Yeah, I said that, but that's not true. Alistair saw a lot of play.
Just so you're wondering.
Yeah, maybe I'm talking out my butt.
And one for the Revolt.
Easily their best monster. No questions asked. When I hear Tri-Brigade, I think of this thing first, not the cat, not the frickin' dude with the gas mask. I'm thinking of this Link 4 bastard.
I don't know how it's gonna be. It's gonna everything be released like
I don't even know if Gale will come back. Probably in the main series. I think he was recruited, but his wife is dead, so.
Enjoy it and see you in the next video. Peace.
I'd be down to see more of Gale. He was a pretty good character for the one episode we saw him from. Just trying to deal with this absolutely insanity people that recruit him and be like, yeah, by the way, we killed your wife. You what? You what, mate? By the way, join us now. But you killed my wife. Yeah, but come on, get over it, bro. Just deal with it. What are you, a coward? Only losers care about their wives. Oh, yeah. And then you gotta deal with that freaking jester all the time, making all the puns. Ugh. And then he loses. It's ridiculous. Oy. But Gale, I think, was a pretty good character from the time we saw him. I'd be down again to see more of him in the future. I don't remember if he's dead or not. I think he was just recruited or something like that. So, if he was recruited, it's been great. But if he was dead, then, well, he's dead. We're not going to see him again. But anyway, yeah. This is a good deck profile. Good to see the Tri Brigades and the Fire Kings. They work pretty well together, and they're a pretty consistent deck. I like the Fire Kings. The Tri Brigades are pretty alright. Needless to say. From that said, I just mean that they are a very good archetype that I am not fond of. Too much. Neutral. We'll just go with the neutral. And, yeah. Overall, it's a good combination, a good deck. You made a very consistent deck that lost to a Jester. Great work. Yeah, that's power of Yu-Gi-Oh! Scripting. I don't care how many your deck is. The script says this is gonna happen. I love the memes back in the days. Like, Vrains has the most meta decks we've ever seen in an anime series. And it's like, yeah, they all lose to the guy playing Jank Cyber. So, who cares at the end of the day? I don't care how many your deck is. Yusaku would out Mystic Mine with some new code talker he pulls out of his ass that can activate its effects during Mystic Mine. It's one of those things, just like, I don't care. That's not a knock to Vrains specifically. It's just one of those, it's like, it doesn't matter how meta your deck is in real life. The writer's pen is the one that decides how powerful the deck truly is. The most powerful card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the credit card. And the most powerful tool in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also the writer's pen. But anyway, yeah. It's a good deck profile, good work to Alan. It's good to see more of you again, and I think I have now caught up with the deck profiles on the Dragonverse Production channel. Unless I uploaded a new one when I wasn't looking. I'll check again at no point. But anyway, yeah, good deck profiles, good to see, good to do all this stuff, and it's good to check out for the Dragonverse. So link to their channel below. Check them out when you got the time if you haven't already. And I guess I'll see you all next time. Later.